Hello, everyone. It would be completely futile for me not to speak on the situation currently happening in South Africa as a young woman of color born and bred here. I feel that Verwoerd is laughing in his grave. He's laughing in his grave because finally the idea of segregation, even amongst black people, has seemed to seep in after 25 years. I'm 25 years of a democracy. I'm in pain because even though I am born and bred as a young South African woman, I have family in different parts of Africa, be it Zimbabwe, be it Namibia, be it Botswana, even going into Zambia. I sit here today saying that I am one of the most perfect South Africans in the sense that I speak 6 different languages that I showcase my talents in. And people ask how I do that. And that's because I have never felt that languages, culture has been a form of segregation, but rather really a bridge to get to know somebody better. You know, going out and creating songs with people who are outside of my genre and outside of my culture was one of the ways of really trying to bridge those gaps and those narratives around supporting people because they form part of a popular tribe or, you know, just like a popular set of ideals. Sitting here as a young person, I remember going to school and a lot of young people were segregated, ridiculed, mocked because they didn't speak the same languages that we spoke. I'm sitting here with a heavy heart today because I realize that it's not so much about South Africans hating foreign nationals, but even hating themselves. As soon as something is not familiar to you, you're not welcoming of it. And we tend to close each other out. So we find that we don't even earn things on merit anymore. We earn things based on who we are, where we're from, and what languages we speak. And these are some of the things that we need to be speaking about. You know, I feel that as a young person in this country, you owe yourself the duty to go out and educate yourself about the roles that other countries played in liberating us as South Africa. The dream, Azania, that our families went out. I have families who literally went out to fight for the democracy of this country. Angola, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, the list goes on and on of all these different countries that were there, taking our people into exile, teaching us, equipping us with arms, teaching us on militant tactics. And here we are, once again, doing this to our brothers. It's so weird that we can easily walk into a China mall, support that, but we choose to not support. And even when we don't support, we attack people because, no, wow, you are selling drugs. Drug dealers know no race. They know no culture. You know, at the end of the day, it is popular opinion. And if we're going to sit on popular opinion, then we as South Africans need to agree that we're lazy. We don't want to do certain jobs. And that's why people come in, you know, to do those jobs that we don't want to do. Then we have to agree with those notions if we're going to agree that everyone is a drug dealer, everyone is a car hijacker, and so on and so forth. We as South Africans need to understand that it's impossible to have a state that is, you know, that is not constantly being diffused by other cultures coming in. We need to educate ourselves about that. It's impossible for 100% of a population to come for generations and generations and just be part of that without anybody coming in and out of a country. If that's what we want, then I would encourage people to go and build their own oranias because you are no different. And in doing that, I hope you do understand that once again, you've heeded to the call of, you know, the white apartheid government who created a space where black people would eventually fight each other. This is exactly the concept of fighting something that is similar to you. Eventually you will begin to eat each other. So as Africans, we're chasing out foreign nationals now. Truth is, we'll begin to start chasing each other out. That doesn't solve the problems that we're having economically. So I'd really urge young people, and I know I'm going to be very unpopular after this, you know, I know a lot of musicians have decided to keep quiet and, you know, I'm an influencer, I'm a brand. But before that, you're a human. You're a social activist. You owe it to yourself and the people that believe in you to speak out about issues like this. And I've decided to do that. You know, call it what you may. I'm just a young person who believes that Africa is, as a whole, does much better when we support each other, you know. And to my fellow brothers and sisters who have been at the hands of what's going on, I am sorry. I am sorry for ignorance. I am sorry for fear of something that is very similar to who we are. And there is a way out of this as Africans. And I think it is education. It is the power of knowing. And also, I do think that as South Africans, once again, we need to go to the drawing board of why we hate ourselves so much as Black people. Then we will begin to really start unpacking where this hate is from, the self-hate is from. And trust me, it was not seeded by us. It was seeded beyond us. And I think it's a matter of healing. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good day. I hope social media clears up, because it's heartbreaking to see what's going on. I love you guys. Keep strong. One Africa.